on the right side, and not only from the front row, but also from the back row. And then as we look over on the Iowa side of things, keep your eye on Caitlin Buettner and on Gabby Deary. Both of them having a really nice year, doing a really nice job. But overall, it's going to be a great night.
Absolutely, and a bit of changes up in the lineup. Harley Cole is in it today. She has not seen as much playing time lately, but had a good couple of games lately. Didn't play against Northwestern on Sunday. Back to serve for Minnesota. It'll be Taylor Landfair. It's picked up and straight away to the middles. Iowa loves using those middles as we talked about, but that one right into the net.
Yeah, look for Iowa to really force the issue with the middle hitters here. They really are going to count on their passing, their serve receive to push their middle hitters. Coach Jim Barnes really wants them to push that middle attack.
It was Delaney McSweeney on that last one. Here's Gabby Deary getting blocked from the right side.
Really nice block there by Phoebe Alalea. She sees that slide coming around with Deary, and she's able to push her hands back into the court. You see her, she's diving into the seam, gets a little lucky there, but she'll take it.
Ortega for the first time going outside. That's Moravec, picked up out to Wooker. And that tip batted right back by McSweeney. Wooker again. And she will just roll that one out.
It'll be important for Minnesota to find their rhythm with McKenna Wooker. She started the match last weekend versus Indiana and then came out of the match. And so it'll be important for her to work her way back into the rhythm here. It's going to be especially hard with Delaney McSweeney, 6'7" middle hitter out of Center Point, Iowa.
Gophers certainly have their fair share of experience going up against oversized middle hitters, though, this year.
That's, wow, you say oversized now. It may be just normal size these days, right? 6'7" is not all that uncommon anymore, especially here in the Big Ten.
Kylie Murnau, Gophers leading 3-1. And Buettner finds the court.
It's a really, it all starts actually with a really, really good pass by Moravec there. She got pushed back pretty far, but it was able to handle that pass so that the Iowa Hawkeyes could have a nice tempo set outside there.
And it's Amanda Darling, the libero, with the ace roller off the net.
That felt like it hung on the top of the net forever. Those are very tricky serves. Taylor Landfair was there, just not quite close enough.
Elise McGee of the Gophers had one of those Sunday against Indiana. A bit of a taste of their own medicine now. Darling back to serve again. 3-3 now. Schaffmaster goes quick to Davis, the tip. Sprawling save by Darling. That'll be free ball for the Gophers. Straight out to Wooker again and puts that one down.
Really, really great set choice there by Melanie Schaffmaster. You can see that Erica Davis is able to hold her middle blocker so that there's a big seam for McKenna Wooker to hit through, basically one-on-one.
Lydia Grote, one of the players who stepped up after McKenna was taken out of the game last Sunday. She had 19 kills.
Lydia Grote has really been kind of a spark plug when the Minnesota Golden Gophers have needed her. I mentioned she's kind of a real, X factor from both the front row and the back row. She's traditionally quite a tough server there, serving just a bit long.
Now, something a bit strange, you might think, if you've been following the Iowa Hawkeyes this year. Kaya Mateo coming in to set from the back row. Much of the year, Iowa's relied on that 5-1, but switching it up in the past couple games because Coach Jim Barnes said they need a bit more offensive production. Now in system, Iowa out to Buettner, and that one will find the line.
And Buettner's been really effective for the Iowa Hawkeyes, the fifth-year player out of El Paso, Texas. She's leading the team and is really an important player for these Minnesota Golden Gophers to watch. As we talked to head coach Keegan Cook before the match, he said we're really going to be keyed in on Buettner.
Good pass by Landfair, leads to the kill for Erica Davis.
A really nice kill by Erica Davis there through basically a triple block by the Iowa Hawkeyes. Minnesota may be trying to, give Iowa a taste of their own game here, but by forcing that middle issue.
Julia Hansen, another standout in that Indiana game, 19 kills of her own. Serve puts the Hawkeyes out of system. Buettner finds hands and is able to carry it out of bounds.
Really, really nice swing there by Buettner, going high hands off of Melanie Schaffmaster. There are a few times where Melanie Schaffmaster's hands just aren't strong enough on that block, and outside hitters are able to use that hand out of bounds. She'll need to really keep that strong pointed back into the court.
Buettner, hard low serve. Murr setting Landfair, and will roll that one long.
Looks like the teams just haven't really found their rhythm, their system, if you will. A lot of out-of-system balls, kind of interesting tempos coming out to these outside hitters. It's going to be important for Minnesota to find their tempo if they want to catch back up to Iowa here.
That was Davis hitting behind Schaffmaster. Now it's Landfair with the angle. That
was a really nice swing by Taylor Landfair. That cross-court angle is really hard to defend. I love that swing by her on an out-of-system ball, a bump set by Kylie Murr.
Gophers trailing 6-7. Elise McGee into serve. Setting it straight out to Moravec. That one will fall for the Hawkeyes.
Yeah, it looks like Moravec was able to get the touch on that ball. Minnesota not arguing that at all. So a really nice swing by Moravec. You know, a lot of times these outside hitters, I almost feel like they could use those hands a little bit more than they do. It's not an easy shot, but it's so effective.
Vesti with the serve. Landfair again, and another kill on the day.
Yeah, really good swing there again. That really sharp cross court. It almost looks as though Iowa's block is just a bit too far outside, and they're not really challenging that cross court. You can see there that really the only challenge is Delaney McSweeney's left hand.
Schaffmaster now serving for the Gophers. And Landfair will put that overpass right back down.
As we look at Iowa, one of the things they're really going to be focused on, and one of the things that Coach Barnes is keyed in on, is their passing. Their serve receive is really important. If he wants them to push the middle, they need to get that serve receive in order.
And that'll be a double on that pass from Moravec.
Yeah, Moravec there, just a little bit too much to handle. It's very clear Minnesota's going after her pretty hard with the serve, both in terms of her passing capability, but also because she's got a pass to hit.
Hawkeyes out of system, and just a miscommunication there. Good job keeping that one after the pass, but
it's a bad miscommunication, Sam. It should be an easy for somebody's available to free ball a ball over. It's a bad miscommunication, and interesting.
That timeout. Another tough pass. Moravec, big dig from Kylie Murr. Taylor Landfair. Both teams getting a little bit more into system now. Landfair over the top of that block, picked up and sent once again out to Moravec. Landfair off the block, Murr not quite there to pick it up, and the Hawkeyes take that one.
It's a good block by Iowa. That's a better formed block. It's also a well-placed block. I mentioned last time I thought they were just a bit too far outside. You can see here the outside, or the opposite hitter there, and Anna Davis has her left hand on that ball, able to, bring that block in a little bit more.
Bailey Ortega serving. Phoebe Awalea tips that one in, picked up by Ortega. Buettner goes hands and gets the kill.
Yeah, there you see again that high hand swing. Minnesota's block is pretty formidable. They're pretty sizable there, and Moravec just not afraid to go after those high hands.
Lydia Grote, and that one will be just outside here. We'll see if Keegan Cook decides to pull the card. Does not look like he will.
Yeah, Lydia Grote there sliding around. It's a newer play that Minnesota's been running, that they haven't run it all that often. She's a right side hitter, but because she's stacked left here, she can slide around.
Serve got up on Wooker. Landfair, though, going off that left hand McSweeney. Iowa back to McSweeney. And a big kill there.
Delaney McSweeney, we mentioned, she's 6'7". She's really sizable there in the middle and pretty quick with the arm. And so if Iowa is able to push her the ball, they are certainly going to want to do that. It's a really quick set. She's able to squeeze it through that block.
Hawkeyes leading 12-10. Quick, Lydia Grote here on the left side. McSweeney with a tip. Grote punches that one back up there. Little miscommunication, but in there to grab it is Moravec. Now back to Owlland. She puts that one down.
There we go. That's a much better job in transition by Minnesota. I think that Melanie Schaffmaster's actually put up a couple of good balls for Phoebe Awolea, but she hasn't really been able to aggressively swing after it. There she's able to squeeze it through the block of the Iowa Hawkeyes.
That kill breaking a 4-point scoring run for the Hawkeyes. Hard serve by Landfair, and the Hawkeyes out of system. It'll just be Buettner putting that one over. And Grote unreels on it.
There is a swing. That is a really good swing by Lydia Grote down that line. She is not afraid to hit that line shot when she's given it by the block. And Iowa, because they had to swing out of system, they kind of were on their heels on defense there, and she absolutely takes advantage.
Landfair serve, gets a free ball on that second touch. Out to Wooker, and that one just gets the wrong part of Buettner's hands and out in the stands.
Great hustle by the Hawkeyes there to try and track that one down, but Wooker able to just hammer through that broken block.
And Landfair with the service error there, bringing us back tied at 13 after the Gophers put on a 3-0 run of their own.
It's clear that Minnesota is trying to keep up that aggressive serving, something that they've been working on throughout this season. They're really trying to put it to Iowa so that Iowa isn't able to use that middle attack that they're so accustomed to.
Kenna Wooker, and a sharp angle on that ball.
Really nice swing by McKenna Wooker on that ball. Good ball. You know, Melanie Schaffmaster, I don't know if she's intentionally leaving those balls a little bit inside, but Iowa's block is just too far outside again, and Wooker able to squeeze it inside.
Again, taken out of system on that serve, but a great job putting something on it by Buettner. Just found a spot in the middle there and able to come away with the kill.
Absolutely. There's certainly a reason why Buettner is so effective out there and leading her team in kills, 295 kills coming into this match on the season. She finds a way, and that's really important for Iowa to keep this set really close with Minnesota, tied 14-14.
And there you see an ace for Iowa. Serving has been a highlight of this Iowa team. However, today they're without their best server, one of the best in the league, Michelle Urquhart. 39 service aces on the year, but Iowa still managing to serve aggressively and get a few over. That dump from Schaffmaster picked up at first, but can't quite get it on that second go-around.
It's a sneaky little dump on a perfect pass by Taylor Landfair, and Iowa almost had it, as you said, Sam, just not quite able to do something with the second contact.
And that one from Anna Davis will go right off the block. Another point for the Hawkeyes.
Really nice swing there. I don't know if it was Anna Davis or Gabby Deary actually with that ball, Sam. And Gabby Deary, as we talked to Coach Cook before this match, it was one of the things he said. He said she's quietly kind of putting together a really good year. And the last 4 or so matches has hit over 300 for those Iowa Hawkeyes.
Yeah, 300 in the last 4 matches, 2.3 kills a set. Definitely on a hot streak entering today. And Schaffmaster goes over with that one, somehow picked up by the Hawkeyes. Free ball Gophers. Davis blocked, but not able to get away with that one.
I mean, really, really a great job there by the Iowa Hawkeyes to pick up that ball. Harley Cole absolutely takes advantage, and then the block, well performed, well positioned to block that Erica Davis attack.
Mateo serving right back to Erica Davis with the kill.
It's a nice set choice there by Melanie Schaffmaster, forcing the issue with Erica Davis. Erica Davis was up and ready, and it's really important as a middle that you have your timing correct. Iowa had 3 blockers kind of coming at her, but Erica Davis able to swing that through with a nice high hand.
Julia Hansen once again back in to serve. Offhands Hansen with the dig. Zaina Polabiec setting Landfair, and she'll just set that one over softly. Mateo middle, it's Rosa Vesti. Triple block on Landfair, tips it right over. And Anna Davis goes off hands. Schaffmaster again to Landfair. A great job by the Hawkeye defense bringing that one back. Once again, Taylor Landfair, and finally finds the court.
Really good job by both teams. What a great rally, great defense. These liberos are running all over the place, digging every ball. Great swing by Taylor Landfair, and an important momentum builder for these Golden Gophers.
17-17's our score here, late in set 1. And the Gophers come away with that point.
Interestingly, that's always a bit of a judgment call, I think. I mean, I guess it's not, but they're call for a back row block. Mateo just not able to handle that pass that was just a bit too tight.
And another.
Yeah, another back row block there. And when we're saying back row block, she's not actually blocking the ball, but the ball is going off of Mateo's hand into the Minnesota block, and Mateo's back row, so that is not a legal move.
Timeout taken for Iowa. It's 19-17 here. Gophers with the lead. So far, it's been a story of Taylor Landfair, as right now we get a look at the Hawkeye huddle, figuring out how to keep up this momentum. They have been a hard-fighting team this whole year. That is one thing that second-year head coach Jim Barnes has really focused on. He's truly planting the seed for a new program, and that takes time. But he said he's really proud of how his team has learned to fight. It's been a tough year for them. There's no way around that. But he's really proud of that, and he's really figuring out who he can center his team around in the future based on who shows the most resilience now during these tough times.
That's right, and I think as you talk to Coach Barnes also, he talks a lot about his seniors, Sam, and what they're doing for the program. Absolutely.
You see there Jim Barnes, 18-59 record with the Hawkeyes, but had a lot of success before. 473 and 386 career. Most of that came from 2004 to 2015 at Baylor, where he's the all-time wins leader. But like you were talking about, with the Hawkeye seniors, he's talking about how they're really able to help set the seed for something that they're not going to get to experience. They're not going to be on the team when that really comes to fruition. But he's so impressed by the leadership they've taken on and working how they train, how they handle adversity, how they communicate with one another, and really, in his eyes, setting the future for the Hawkeye volleyball program.
I think it's just really awesome to hear him talk about that and to sort of give such kudos to his seniors, and what a mark that they're going to leave on this Iowa program as well.
Now back to game action, 19-17 lead for the Gophers. Julia Hansen out of system for the Hawkeyes. Landfair again, and slow off the block. Goes back to Davis, and that one just able to get right between the block and the net.
That's right, Erica Davis able to take advantage of Rosa Vesti, her hands not all the way penetrating across the net, and that quick arm by Erica Davis sneaks it right through.
Gophers on a 5-0 run. Out to Buettner. Picked up by Polabiec. Landfair again. Crossbody swipe. It's Buettner again. Picked up by Murr. And Landfair puts that one down past Amanda Darling.
Really good swing by Taylor Landfair, but all set up by really great defense by Kylie Murr. Kylie Murr has just been an important part of this Gopher defense this year. And in fact, she, on Sunday at Indiana, became only the second player in Big Ten history to reach 2,300 digs. Obviously, 4 of her years spent at Ohio State and here in her 5th and final year at Minnesota. Only the second player in Big Ten history. Pretty impressive.
Yeah, and that block off Schaffmaster gives the Gophers a 22-17 lead. And on a bit of a scoring run now. It's 7 points in a row for Julia Hansen. Schaffmaster on the overpass, puts it right back down.
Schaffmaster is never afraid to take a swing at a ball. We love that about her. She's just absolutely aggressive in those overpasses. And, you know, any setter loves to take a swing at a ball when they can get a chance, right, Tim?
Absolutely, and you saw the smile on her face the second after she hit it. Doesn't get to do it maybe as often as she'd like, but taking advantage of every opportunity as that one goes into the net, capping off a 8-0 scoring run for the Gophers. 23-18, looking to get out of this first set. For the Hawkeyes, it's Buettner back to serve. Tight, and Schaffmaster with her knuckle right between the block backwards.
Schaffmaster with, I think that was her third kill of the set, so she's certainly been contributing to this Gopher offense on a bit of a tight pass by Kylie Murr here for set point for the Minnesota Gophers.
Elise McGee coming in to serve set point. And Wooker cannot quite keep that one inbounds. It'll be a kill for Anna Davis.
It was a good swing by Anna Davis there for the Iowa Hawkeyes. Wooker had to really kind of dive in shallow to try and dig that ball. Nice job by Anna Davis to keep these Hawkeyes alive.
Now it'll be Rosa Vesti looking to get the Hawkeyes on a run. Still set point for the Gophers. Back to Wooker. And she gets it done. Set one goes to the Gophers.
Absolutely. Great swing by McKenna Wooker. That back row attack, really important for the Golden Gophers to get that grooving. And a great swing by her on a broken Iowa block. But listen, Iowa did a really nice job hanging in there, keeping it close for the beginning of that set. And important for them to bring that same kind of attitude and energy to this second set.
And keep in mind, the Hawkeyes took the Gophers 2-5 sets in their last appearance, so we'll see if they're able to do that. We've got staff wearing pride pins, they're giving out wristbands, and Ovation Choir singing the national anthem. Ovation Choir, one of the largest LGBTQ plus choirs in the nation. We just finished up set one, Gophers taking that 25-19. Meredith, what stands out to you in that first set?
I think Minnesota did a really nice job of terminating. They led that set 18 kills across Minnesota's offense and a pretty well-balanced offense as well. So Minnesota ended up hitting 342 in that first set. Iowa only 9 kills, and so that is really the difference. You've got to be able to terminate in order to score points here, and Iowa's 9 kills leading to their hitting only 148. It's a very stark contrast between these two offenses.
See there, Taylor Landfair leading the Gophers with 6 kills. On the other side, it's Caitlin Buettner.
Yeah, Caitlin Buettner does a really nice job. Her stat line certainly does stick out. 4 kills, only 1 error on 10 attempts, hitting 300. So as Iowa can get her the ball, she seems to be the hottest hand right now. If they can continue to push Caitlin Buettner, maybe she can make a bigger difference for this Iowa Hawkeye squad.
For now, it's Natalie Moravec back to serve. Redshirt freshman. That redshirt year was over at BYU, and she'll come away with an ace to start off the second set.
Really nice serve there by Moravec. You know, Taylor Landfair has sort of had her ups and downs this year when it comes to passing, and has been passing better certainly as of late, but Moravec, they're able to catch her just a bit deep, catch her high.
Back to Grote, and that one will just fall short off the block. Kill for Lydia Grote.
Really nice kill by Lydia Grote there. We've talked about it. She's a really important part of this Gopher offense, and so if they can get her going, she only had 1 kill in that first set, so we'll see if they try to utilize her a bit more.
And the Hawkeyes going right back to Gabby Deary on that right side.
Yeah, we mentioned Minnesota kind of watching, keeping an eye on Gabby Deary in addition to Caitlin Buettner, and there she's able to squeeze that one through the block of McKenna Wooker.
Darling, the libero, back to serve. Schaffmaster out to Wooker with a half roll there. Crafty tip from Buettner, not able to find the court. And it's Lydia Grote again heating up.
There we are. I think Minnesota may try and push her a little bit more, get her into the rhythm of the match. I mean, they haven't needed her. In the first set, they did such a great job. They didn't necessarily need her, but you always want to keep that offense really balanced. You want to keep the blockers on the other side of the net guessing.
And that momentum falling short now as the Hawkeyes up 3-2 early in this second set.
You talk about the momentum, Sam, and you could see over on the other side, Amanda Darling really trying to get that squad fired up. Let's go, she's yelling. She's trying to get them fired up, get them into this match, and get them pushing hard in this second set.
And Jim Barnes said that was one of the hardest parts of coaching, is getting those players motivated when it gets tough. As that kill from Erica Davis right past Darling.
It's a really nice swing by Erica Davis. I do love what the Iowa Hawkeye block is doing here, though. It's a two-hitter rotation, and so Davis and Wooker are their only attackers to pay attention to, so they're bringing that left side blocker all the way down. They haven't had much success yet, but it's absolutely the right strategy.
The Buettner picked up in the back row from Hansen. Landfair now almost able to find that donut there, but able to get it back over are the Hawkeyes. Schaffmaster now. Landfair. And off hands. Landfair adding another kill to the night. That's her seventh.
Good swing by Taylor Landfair there. A really nice kill. She's really doing a nice job for these Minnesota Golden Gophers tonight. That Iowa block just not quite formed well in front of her most of the night.
Gophers in system. It's Landfair once again, 8th kill of the night.
I mean, Melanie Schaffmaster is making really good set choices here, and that's a really nice set out to Taylor Landfair. Unfortunately, Rosa Vesti just not able to get all the way out there. She keeps getting hung up by that middle attack and leaving a giant seam, basically a one-on-one block for Taylor Landfair. Leaving a one-on-one block for the reigning Big Ten Player of the Year is generally not going to go well.
Hansen been a great server so far today for the Gophers. See if she can keep that running, and she will, as another kill for Taylor Landfair.
Wow, what a night already for Taylor Landfair, and we're barely into the second set. She's been such an important contributor on this Gopher offense.
Absolutely. She hit .405 last time out Iowa, her best percentage of the year. Certainly looking to continue that success today, and has so far. And finally able to end the Gopher run is Rosa Vesti.
You like that swing from Rosa Vesti, and especially, you know, Rosa's playing a kind of middle hitter here, but she kind of takes this outside swing for the Iowa Hawkeyes. Not conventional, but very effective.
Part of that craftiness comes from playing beach internationally throughout her childhood. As Wooker will get another kill off that block.
Wooker with a nice kill, and I think, you know, really important for her. We talked about she didn't play the entire Indiana match. She got pulled, but that back row attack, swinging hard, taking an aggressive swing, taking rips at it, really important for her and her confidence.
And Coach Keegan Cook was telling us on Tuesday that mixing in that back row more often is something that he absolutely is looking to do. And also get the middles involved as Phoebe Awalea picks up another kill on the night.
Calissa Minity,
excuse me.
Yeah, so Calissa hasn't played yet tonight. Calissa Minity, the freshman middle hitter for the Minnesota Golden Gophers. Great swing there.
Calissa Minity been that third middle for the Gophers. Her last appearance was one set against Northwestern. Out to Landfair. That's picked up. Landfair again. And not able to get the touch on that one. It'll be 5-8 Hawkeyes looking to get on a run here.
That's right. Taylor Landfair there with her third error of the night. But a good aggressive swing. If you're going to make an error, you want to do it taking an aggressive swing like that. Iowa kind of lucky to get out of that. Their passing has just been a bit messy. So they've really kind of take it to them from the service line.
Vesti with the ace. 6-8 Hawkeyes looking to pounce back here in the second set.
Yeah, you can tell Iowa really trying to key in on Taylor Lanefair. They're trying to make her pass to attack here, and I imagine Bessie will go right back to her.
And she does right in front of Polabiec. And that one from Wooker will go long.
You mentioned that back row attack, Sam, and Coach Cook talking about wanting to get that going, and you can see there they're really trying to push that. Iowa here, though, making a bit of a comeback early in this second set.
Landfair, a chance here, and gets the kill.
Good swing by Taylor Landfair. We talked about this cross-court being really effective for her against the Iowa defense. Nobody home to play defense against that. So if she gets a good set, she's going to take that swing.
Schaffmaster for the Gophers serving. Another clipped off the net. Didn't get quite the same roll as earlier. And that one, that will go straight down for Delaney McSweeney.
It's a really good swing by Delaney McSweeney. That is a very hard ball to defend. If the blocker's not right in front of it, Minnesota wasn't perfectly positioned in front of it, she's so tall, she's going to be able to snap down pretty quickly. Really hard to dig that ball.
Bailey Ortega serving. And able to get it up to Grote. And the Hawkeyes not able to return that. Lydia Grote, like you said, not as effective in that first set, but already with her fourth kill of the night, third of that second set.
That's right. Lydia Grote here swinging on the outside. This is that rotation where she stacked left, but I like that nice deep swing. Iowa, though, almost chased that thing down.
And a huge kill from Moravec as the Gophers unable to bring that one back.
Great swing by Moravec, and it all starts with a much better Iowa Hawkeye pass. That way, when they make that nice pass, they've got a rhythm ball out to Moravec. Minnesota's block not well formed. It's so important that they get their passing in order.
Moravec with 11 double-digit kill matches, seeing if she can keep that up today. Back to Grote, and adds another. She is hot right now.
Absolutely, really hot hand from the Minnesota Golden Gophers, and doing it from both, directions, left side, right side. Here, she's got a really poorly formed block that she's able to swing through.
Good pass from the Hawkeyes. Get it to Buettner, and she's able to put that one down.
It all comes down to the passing, Sam. I think that's really it for these Iowa Hawkeyes. When they pass, they've got clearly some offensive weapons to take care of it, but when they're not in system, they really struggle to terminate.
And Coach Jim Barnes said this morning that if the left sides can do their job and they can hold up on serve receive, then the Hawkeyes could take the Gophers and maybe get 3 or 4 wins the rest of the season. Very tough schedule with Wisconsin and Nebraska left to go, but looking to just get some momentum and show that fighting is definitely leading somewhere as a program. Now it'll be Wooker taking a swing, a huge block, but brought back to free ball for the Hawkeyes. Sending that one back, and a kill for Gabby Deary.
Really, really good set choice there by the Iowa Hawkeyes. Bailey Ortega choosing to set that right side ball to Gabby Deary, and a one-on-one with McKenna Wooker. Gabby Deary, nice swing.
Hawkeyes once again in the lead, and that service error will bring us right back even.
Yeah, Kylie Burr felt like she made the decision pretty late there. Really nice job getting out of the way, but Amanda Darling almost had her.
Aggressive serve from Grote. Ortega all the way across this court. That'll just be a tip out there. Wooker, and a clear lane open cross court. Another kill for McKenna Wooker.
Great swing by McKenna Wooker. A much better tempo ball there by Melanie Schaffmaster. She's pushed forward, but she pushes that nice little tempo ball. McKenna Wooker able to swing through a seam with a broken block from Iowa.
And that'll be Lydia Grote with another service error, tied up now at 13.
Her second service error of the night. You can tell she's quite frustrated with herself. She's normally quite an aggressive server, but not so high error, so she's pretty frustrated. She'll want to get that turned around.
It's Kaya Mateo for the Hawkeyes now. Schaffmaster to Wooker, and a huge block, able to turn that one right back.
A much better block by Iowa. It's such a better formed block. You know, before we saw the right side diving outside and Rosa Vesti not able to quite close it. There, it's a little bit more closed. At least there's, you know, hip to hip, and the right side pushing back into the center of the court.
Tough serve, and Wooker will take a swing, unable to get hands on that one. Hawkeyes with a 2-point lead here in the middle of the second set.
McKenna Wooker trying to be really aggressive here, trying to work her way into this match. Not quite able to do so, but Iowa's defense doing a nice job.
And so we are here at 15th. Welcome back here at the PAV. You see there, Gopher head coach Keegan Cook, 211-67 career record, his first year with the Gophers after 8 successful years at Washington. Looking to continue a very successful dynasty here at Minnesota. And a block solo from McKenna Wooker.
What a block by McKenna Wooker. As you said, a solo block. She's pushing those hands back into the center of the court. Absolutely right there from a timing perspective. Nice job, McKenna Wooker.
Hansen serve picked up. Mateo right in the middle to Anna Davis, but that one finds the court.
We talked about Iowa wanting to push that middle attack, and you know, over a third of their effectiveness coming out of the middle, but they've been quite quiet tonight out of the middle. So important for Davis to get that kill for them.
Buettner serving, picked up by Murr. Schaffmaster to Landfair. Hawkeyes almost able to bring that one back in, but it'll be another kill for Taylor Landfair.
Really good hustle there by the Hawkeyes, as you said, almost able to bring it back, but Taylor Landfair with a really smart swing. She's got great vision on the outside, and she's able to sort of read what the block is giving her and take advantage of it.
Hawkeyes out of system, and again, just a little tip from Moravec, able to find that donut in the Gophers defense.
Yeah, Minnesota is not their normal back row lineup, right? They've got Taylor Landfair back there, but then they've got Elise McGee, who comes in as a serving specialist, and Zeynep Plaviek, and just a bit of miscommunication there. Iowa able to take advantage.
And it's Calissa Minity on the slide.
Her team's pretty pumped up for her. A really nice slide there by Calissa Minity. The Minnesota Golden Gophers don't use that slide very often with their middle attackers, so nice to see them mix it in with Minity here.
You mentioned the Hawkeyes going over a third to their middles, or over a third of their kills coming from the middles. For Minnesota, that number's down at 17%. And Lydia Grote gets the overpass and puts it straight back down.
Oh boy, when you're defending that, you see that overpass, and if you're trying to defend it, it's like, oh boy, I don't, you know, and she just absolutely slams that thing down.
And that'll force a Hawkeye timeout. We're all tied up here at 17 at the PAV. What do you see so far in this second set about the way it's been a bit back and forth?
Yeah, it's been a bit better. Interestingly, it started, and Iowa's pass was all over the place, but as their pass has gotten better, so has their offense. It's a pretty obvious equation, if you will, Sam. Minnesota, on the other hand, a lot more error prone when they're taking swings at the ball this set, and that has caused this to be a little bit tighter than that last set. At the same time, this is sort of in the first set when we saw Minnesota pull away. Julia Hansen went on that 8-point run. We'll see here if Minnesota can do the same thing, or if Iowa comes back and takes this second set.
You see there, Keegan Cook, like we said, his first season with Minnesota. The most notable stat, at least that I've heard about him, is in his 8 years at Washington, no players transferring out, something that is so important nowadays in today's world of college sports.
Yeah, absolutely. Keegan Cook, certainly a ton of success out there at Washington, trying to bring that to you know, his style here to Minnesota, like you mentioned, sort of a storied program here. And we talked to him about these crowds here at the Minnesota Golden Gopher matches at the Maturi Pavilion here, sold out crowds this weekend. And he just said, you know, this community is really fired up. They're behind this program, and it's a community that doesn't give up. You know, it's not been the easiest of seasons for Minnesota, but they keep showing up and cheering on this Gopher squad, and it's something that he really, really enjoys about being here.
And that's especially big with all of the Gophers' last 4 matchups here at home. Played 10 away conference games this year, but finally an end to that as Schaffmaster coming strong right out of that timeout with an ace.
A really clutch time for an ace out of Melanie Schaffmaster. You know, we know that they've been going after Moravec a bit here with this serve. They're being really aggressive. I'm assuming she'll go right back.
And quick to McSweeney, but that one will be just wide.
It's a little hard sometimes. McSweeney's so tall, and you know, you've got a really nice setter here, a freshman setter in Mateo, but sometimes it's hard to find that window when you've got such a height difference, and there McSweeney's arm just not quite high enough, so it's hard to find that window sometimes.
All the way back, and a good swing from Anna Davis. Lydia Grote with a swing of her own. Gophers in system, back to Grote again, and she puts that one down.
You know, interesting, both, we talked about Landfair being the hot hand in the first set. Grote seems to be the hot hand in this second set, but what I like is that not every single ball can go there. Sometimes when you've got a hot hand, you push every single ball there, and it becomes so obvious. They're still mixing it up a bit, but Grote certainly having an impact in this second set.
That's certainly something that Keegan Cook has been looking to do, distribute that offense, but for now, Gophers up 20-17, and we'll see you back with more of this. Had a successful day so far, 3 kills. Had her career high kills against Iowa last time with 8. Serve off the net, and a very crafty angle shot from Moravec.
Yeah, the block out there for Minnesota, and Moravec sees that, has a one-on-one, takes the angle inside of Lydia Grote. Really nice job by Moravec. And important for Iowa to win that point coming out of the timeout. Now they're only down 2, kind of nearing the end of this second set. We'll see here if Bailey Ortega can go on a little run for them.
Straight to Grote, and Ortega will come in, give that one to Moravec, another sort of cross-body shot, and then Lydia Grote able to put that one off the block. It's her 8th kill of the night.
Yeah, after only having 1 in the first set, Sam, she's gone off here in the second set. You can see here again, Iowa block just not well formed. Lydia Grote able to take advantage.
Murr now for the Gophers, setting Grote. Somehow able to keep that one in play, but eventually brought down by the Hawkeyes.
A really nice hustle by Minnesota there, but as you said, Iowa Hawkeyes absolutely right there, ready for Calissa Minity when that ball was coming toward her. And again, really hard to hit around a Delaney McSweeney block.
Moravec on the serve, now out to Wooker. And she will get a touch on that. So it's 22-19 Gophers.
Big swing by McKenna Wooker here on this tempo ball. She gets a touch. Important for her there. She's had a few errors, so good to have her get a ball and kill that.
Ortega. And straight down for Buettner.
Wow, what a swing by Buettner. I love that swing out of her. It's hung inside. This ball is hung inside. It's intentionally, and she hits it right between that block and straight down. Great swing.
Buettner, bit of a lingering injury. Coach Jim Barnes said she's been about 70% this year, but still putting up very impressive numbers, leading her team in kills per set, 3.04 entering the day.
Absolutely. She's a really important piece of this Iowa Hawkeye puzzle. She's obviously important from a kill perspective, but just also important in terms of her leadership in that she's a 5th year.
Ortega straight to Vesti. And now it's Wooker rolling that one in. Ortega gets the first touch. Back to Buettner off the top of that block. Buettner again. And that block gets all of it. Erica Davis.
Erica Davis worked really hard in that sequence. She did a really nice job. She earned that block. She was in, she was out, she was in, she was out. And here you can see she's absolutely pushing back into the center of the court. She earned that one.
Set point now for the Gophers. Zeynep Palabiak back to serve. And a miscommunication gets the ace. And the Gophers take set 2, 25-20.
Yeah, Iowa can't have that kind of miscommunication, regardless of where they're at in a set. And that's something that obviously Coach Jim Barnes is going to have a conversation with them about between these second and third set.
Overall, Hawkeyes still putting up a good fight against the Gophers, reaching 20 in that second set.
Thinking about the importance of Minnesota having a couple of good back-to-back nights here as they head into the tournament, well, hopefully head into the tournament, because tournament play will be just the same, right? So it'll be interesting to see kind of how they push here.
Starting off, serving this second set will be Taylor Landfair. In that second set, a really high performance from Lydia Grote, who had just 1 kill in the first set, all the way up to 8 now. Bit of a misconnect. Schaffmaster able to pick that one up. It's Wooker. And not able to connect with McSweeney on that one. Gophers taking the first in set 3.
I mentioned McSweeney, her hitting window should be a lot bigger than it is right now. She's not really getting up there aggressively, giving her setter a big target for her to swing away at. And important for her as we know that they want to push that middle over in the Iowa side.
And they try to do it again, but brought back down by Lydia Grote.
Lydia Grote was all over that. It was like she absolutely knew that thing was coming. She was in exactly the right position with her block, left hand on the ball, straight down.
McSweeney entering today was the only Hawkeye player who played at least 1 set to not hit negative in a single match. We'll see if she's able to turn that around today, as there's a kill from Gabby Deary.
Again, Gabby Deary, again, kind of quietly having a really successful night. She's hitting at a high efficiency. They're swinging around on the slide. McKenna Wooker not able to handle it.
And that'll be an ace for Moravec.
That is the Iowa Hawkeyes' 5th ace on the night. They're actually ahead of Minnesota in terms of service aces, most of them coming at the hands of Taylor Landfair. So she needs to kind of buckle up and get ready for this next one to come at her.
The Hawkeyes 4th in overall aces per set with 1.53. Lydia Grote blocked right back. McKenna Wooker. And that one will go to the Gophers. Net violation on the Hawkeyes.
Yeah, you can see the net bouncing up and down, Sam, but both Hawkeye players saying that they didn't touch it. We'll see if Coach Barnes decides to use his challenge card here. Looks like he will challenge this call. It's interesting because I definitely see the net kind of still bouncing up and down, but neither of them thinking they hit it. I was under the impression it was Gabby Deary, but we'll see. Maybe it was the ball.
For now, Gophers leading 3-2.
Yeah. Taylor, at any rate, McKenna Wooker with a very crafty little shot there on that last ball. She barely kind of squeezed it over the net. A very effective roll shot.
Blanket Lady making her way through the crowds at the PAV. Bit of a icon here across all Gopher sports.
Yeah, quite an icon indeed. She's got the blanket, she's got the sweatshirt, she's all ready to go for these Gopher fans at Maturi Pavilion.
Again, riling that crowd for these last 4 home matchups, which, like you said, absolutely huge for this Gopher team. Now we've got to look at this challenge.
Looks like we've got a pretty quick ruling here, so. We're going to call it a replay. So there was a net violation called. The video evidence showed that there was no net violation, but because they stopped play, then they will replay that point.
Not sure that's what I've seen before. So back to 2-2 Gophers, and it'll be Moravec serving once again. Wooker with the tip, put down by McSweeney. Wooker across the body, into the donut for a kill. Ball doesn't lie.
There, Wooker able to get that roll shot down. It's a hard ball for her to kind of swing at when that ball's coming over your shoulder in such an awkward fashion. So just a nice roll shot to the middle of the court. Very smart, very high efficiency play.
Now back to 3-2 Gophers. Ortega to Buettner. Gets that tip, pancake from Schaffmaster, and Wooker will send that one long.
It's an unfortunate error by McKenna Wooker after a really good defensive play by Melanie Schaffmaster. You want her to keep that ball in play. I like the aggression, but you want her to keep that ball in play after such good hustle from your team.
Schaffmaster leads Big Ten setters in digs per set. A great defensive player as well as offensive. We'll see if she's able to top that career-high 8 kills that she got last time against Iowa. And right now it's Grote, again, making herself known in this third set.
Yeah, good swing by Grote. Vesti, you could tell, was so frustrated because she had done such a nice job getting her hands on the ball on every play here, but that one, Grote able to squeeze it inside as she's not penetrating over the net.
And that one just off the block. Schaffmaster back to Wooker, and right between the hands for another kill.
Good swing by Wooker there. She's able to get between that seam of a diving block by Iowa. Important that she squeezes it through, no defender available for that.
Polabiak back to serve. Tight pass. Ortega able to keep it on their side. But now it's Wooker. An awkward swing, but still able to put a lot on it. Buettner tips off the hands. And the Gophers able to get that one back over. Sharp angle from Deary. Now it's Wooker again. And able to get it past that triple block.
A couple of really kind of flat swings, like you said, with a lot of pace on them, but they're triple blocked by these Iowa Hawkeyes and just squeezes it through the left side blocker and Rosa Vesti there in the middle.
Gophers on a 3-0 scoring run right now. And that set a bit too far out. And Buettner unable to handle it, but now it's Wooker. And out to Wooker again. And a big block there by Rosa Vesti.
Rosa Vesti, absolutely. A great block there. She was in position that time, in position, so that means her hands are then able to push back into that center of the court versus getting used a few times like she has. Overall, a really kind of nasty, sloppy point, but a good one for those Hawkeyes to win.
Tied up here, 5-5 in blocks. Hawkeyes looking to come back from 4-6. Erica Davis off the block to Wooker, and off the block and out. That's Wooker's 11th kill of the night.
Yeah, there she goes. I mean, important for her, like we've said multiple times, to work her way into this match. Taylor Landfair started with a really nice pass, a nice cover on the Erica Davis swing, and Wooker takes advantage of another Iowa broken block.
And it'll be an ace from Julia Hansen. Again, she really stepped up when McKenna Wooker got taken out. 19 kills against Indiana. Keegan Cook was telling us it's a good problem to have when you're trying to fit all of these players into the lineup.
Absolutely, and he said that, you know, he and Julia Hansen had a really good conversation about the role that she's been asked to play all year, to come in and provide a spark for these Golden Gophers, and she did exactly what she was supposed to. He said it didn't surprise him a bit that she came out so strong at Indiana and did what she did.
Absolutely, and on Tuesday, he said the most important thing is just role clarity and making that clear that everybody knows what they're there for. Taylor Landfair picked up. Out of the back row, it's Buechner. And Landfair again. 12 on the night.
Really nice, obviously, really nice swing by Taylor Landfair, but all set up by a really nice dig by Polabiec. Polabiec, just a freshman in her first year at Minnesota, out of Turkey, and she really has started to get comfortable. You can tell she's much more comfortable there on the court. She's got the pace of play and you know, a really good understanding of that. She's communicating well, doing a nice job.
And the block from Taylor Landfair puts the Gophers up 10-5 here in this third set.
A big block by Taylor Landfair. Really nice block by she and Calissa Minity here on the slide around. That right hand pushes back over. Very nice block.
Blocked by Melanie Schaffmaster. Another one cleanly picked up by McGee. It's Landfair now. Hawkeyes looking to fire back. Another big block, but the Hawkeyes able to keep this one up until Anna Davis sends that one just wide.
I've talked about that a couple times, where that ball coming over your shoulder at an upward angle, it's really hard to put that ball in play, but Minnesota's block were really active on that last point, contributing to this 11-5 lead in the third set.
Gophers going into that timeout on a 3-0 scoring run. What do you think has really marked their success today?
I think they're doing a really good job of terminating the ball. They're doing a nice job of making sure that Iowa just isn't able to get in rhythm. When Iowa's passing well, they're able to get in rhythm, and they're very competitive. That's what happened that entire second set. But Minnesota's block right now, shutting down Iowa. They continue to serve aggressive and really have got momentum on their side.
And like we were talking about, with those Iowa middles, formally referred to as middle hitters, that's something very special to Coach Jim Barnes. He took it with him everywhere he has coached. He told me this morning it's partially for recruiting. He wants the middle hitters looking at schools to know that they're going to get set and that they are, taken care of in this Iowa program. Like we said, 34% of their kills come through the middles. A bit of trivia for you more knowledgeable volleyball fans. There are 4 other players in the Power 5 listed as middle hitters. See if you can come up with those. We'll get back to you with the answer in a while, but took some deep diving because middle hitters really is a thing of the past now.
Yeah, I think it's really a fun point by Coach Jim Barnes. A middle is actually, obviously, they're there to block. You're involved in every single block, right? And you're taking more jumps than anyone. But as you think about a middle being an important part of an offense, they really are. They can do a really nice job of opening things up for your pin hitters if you've got an active middle. And certainly Jim Barnes wants his middles in this match.
So there's Schaffmaster with 33 assists on the night already. Looking for another to Landfair. Big dig by Wooker. Off of 1 foot on the slide. It'll be a kill for Calissa Minity.
Speaking of middles being involved, a really nice transition play here by Minnesota. Calissa Minity sliding around. I mentioned earlier, Minnesota doesn't run a lot of slides. But when they do, obviously, Calissa Minity can be quite effective off of 1 foot. They don't run it with their other middles as much, just not quite as effective. But we'll look for more of that out of Calissa Minity.
And a really sharp angle by Moravec picked up. Schaffmaster will just have to pop that one over. Moravec again. Into the hands, a momentary panic there until that one was picked up and sent back over. Moravec a third time, picked up by Wooker. Overpass. And Moravec going long on the overpass. That's one she's going to want back.
Yeah, absolutely. I think she's asking for a touch here. I'm not sure if Jim Barnes is going to challenge that. She believed there was a touch on the ball. I'm trying to read Melanie Schaffmaster's face to see if she's admitting that she touched the ball or not. Not quite sure.
So we'll see. As it stands now, it's 13-5 Gophers in this third set. If nothing else, still got to serve as a timeout for Iowa. Try and get back and show that fight in them that they've really shown all season long.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I think a really good time for them to just kind of regroup, chat with each other about this. And Jim Barnes is going to chat with his team about what are they expecting. If they get this ball back, who are they going to serve? If they don't, then they're going to key in on who do they want to put their blocking pressure against? What are they expecting from the other side? We'll get another look here, perhaps. Maybe.
It's tough to tell. You see a little bit of that middle finger, it looks like, wagging back, but it's hard to tell exactly how much of that is from grazing the ball versus the development of the block. We'll see. I don't know. I could go either way on this one. Yeah. What do you think?
Yeah, I really thought Melanie Schaffmaster's face looked like she had touched it, like she said, yeah, or something like that when she came back, which is leading me to believe that she did touch it, but the video evidence is hard to tell.
So
there was a touch.
Looks like the challenge was successful, and so it'll be 6-12. Hawkeyes trying to come out of that with a little bit more momentum, like you said, trying to put some service pressure on the Gophers.
That's right. They're going to need to go on a run here. Rosa Vesti serving for these Iowa Hawkeyes. Going to need to go on a run. I'd imagine she'd try and serve this ball at Taylor Landfair, as Taylor's both got a pass and hit here.
And she does target Landfair. Schaffmaster going right back to Landfair. Really get the Hawkeyes out of system. Polabiak. Again on the slide, it's Kalissa Minity.
Love to see that. As a former middle and a big slide hitter, love to see that slide out of Kalissa Minity. Been really effective. And you wonder, you know, I'm assuming as Iowa was prepping the scouting report, they didn't prep to face slides because Minnesota doesn't run them. So really effective to have Minity come in and run them.
Minity hitting 600 today with 2 blocks. That's 4 kills, 1 error on 5 attempts. And that one will be sent long, and so Gophers piecing together more momentum, 14-6.
Yeah, absolutely, and important for them to put the pressure on here so that they can get out of tonight in 3 sets because they turn around tomorrow and play Ohio State. If you're Iowa, though, you gotta push hard, you gotta be aggressive, you gotta go after it.
That game, like you said, against Ohio State tomorrow, that'll be on Big Ten Network. On the other side, Iowa on Sunday going to Lincoln, a pretty tough matchup in the books for them. Like we said, next weekend they'll also play against Madison at home. Really tough way to end the schedule for these Hawkeyes, but just seeing how much they're able to fight through it and come out stronger on the other end as Lydia Grote gets the kill off that little side swipe. Yeah, a little bit of an interesting swing at it, but certainly effective. And Lauren Crowell will come in here for Lydia Grote, get some time here in the front row for the Minnesota Golden Gophers. Lauren Crowell mostly seen playing time when the Gophers have periodically switched to that 6-2 with Elise McGee, but getting into the game now as well. It'll be sent back to Deary. Murr setting Crowell right away. And the lefty is able to get that kill from the right side. You love that, that Murr's confidence in her right away coming off the bench, gonna bump set a ball right over to her. Great swing by Lauren Crowell. Crowell had 7 kills against Wisconsin. And that serve from Landfair will fall short. Really close, not quite able to do it. I'm hearkening back to that first set when Iowa, that ball just kind of sat on the top of the net. A nice ace. Taylor Landfair couldn't quite return the favor. So it's Moravec back for the Hawkeyes, and another one giving it right back. Yeah, absolutely. Again, you want to be aggressive if you're Iowa here. You want to put Minnesota back on their heels. You got to make up some points. So you need to be aggressive, but you can't miss your serve here. Gophers leading 17-8. Back to Deary, and she puts that one down. I like that play by Iowa. You can see there that they're trying to spread out their offense a little bit more, use their middles as a decoy. So Delaney McSweeney's going out on that 31, and that leaves a really wide open right side there in Deary. Serve picked up by Landfair. It's Crowell again on the left, and that is brought back down. A block from Buettner.
Yeah, good job by Iowa there to block that one. And important, like we said, they need to push. They're down 7. They've only got so much time left. Will be really important here to put some heat on.
And another of that same ace for Amanda Darling.
The same play, right, Sam? Diving Taylor Landfair, not quite able to get there. Nice serve there by Darling.
And sending that one a bit long, ends the 3-0 scoring run.
Again, really frustrating to have that miss when you're down and trying to work your way back into this third set. It's sort of do or die for these Iowa Hawkeyes right now.
Polabiec back to serve. She and Elise McGee have sort of swapped roles. Earlier, she was a serving specialist, while McGee played a bit more DS. This one again back to Deary. And the Gopher block coming in clutch, 19-11.
An unfortunate error there by Deary. The Gopher block was late. They were really trying to catch up to this ball. Deary just got clipped by Erica Davis pushing back into the middle of the court.
Now, a bit about what these Gophers are fighting for. Tournament time is right around the corner. We were talking with Keegan beforehand, and he said, you know, you have to acknowledge that environment. You can't just pretend like it's not there. You're not going to be fooling anybody. And about the tournament, looks likely that if the Gophers get 2 wins, they'll be able to make the tournament. No Big Ten team since 2000 with a winning record has not made the postseason. With the Gophers looking to get at least 3 and have that win heading into Nebraska next weekend. And Zeynep Polabiec, that was quite the celebration.
That was awesome. Zeynep Polabiec, is that her first career kill perhaps?
I'm not
sure.
Is.
But you can see just pumped as heck to get that dig for the kill. We talked to Coach Cook. He said he thinks she leads the team in hugs, and there she got one for that kill.
Wooker now triple block, and we'll send that one right up to Blanket Lady, actually.
Yeah, Blanket Lady's getting in on the action for sure. Wooker, you could tell, was going high hands there. She had a triple block in front of her. She's trying to go high hands, and that is the risk, right? I love a high hand swing, but that's the risk, is you miss everything entirely.
Wooker hitting 143 tonight, 11 kills, 7 errors. As Mateo with the serve. Back to Wooker again, and that one is picked up. Buettner picked up by Murr. And Landfair from the back row over to the scorer's table, not quite able to reach past that. And so that'll be the 14th kill for Taylor Landfair.
Yeah, really great swing by Taylor Landfair. A lot of hustle out of these Gophers here. Kylie Murr, a couple of fabulous digs in that series.
Excuse me, that's actually her 13th of the night. And so Julia Hansen now looking to close this one out. 21-12 Gophers. Out to Buettner off the block. And a diving effort by Polabiec and Hansen is not enough for that one.
A lot of good hustle here out of both teams, but a great swing there by Buettner to take care of this one. High hands, Melanie Schaffmaster, just Gophers not quite able to handle it. Great swing by Buettner.
And so it'll be Buettner serving 13-21. And Schaffmaster puts that one right back over, her 4th kill of the night.
Yeah, I think she had 3 right in the first set, right, Sam? And then kind of quieted back down. But Schaffmaster always trying to take that when they're least expecting it. Clearly, Iowa Hawkeye defense not ready for that at all.
Elise McGee coming in to look for these last 3 points with the serve. Great dig by Polabiec. Close to getting that 2nd career kill. There's one from McGee, and Landfair goes right into that block of Rosa Vesti.
Yeah, Landfair, an unusual error. She's hitting at a really high efficiency tonight. Just her 4th error of the night on 32 swings. But Rosa Vesti, credit to that great block.
There you see, it was in fact her first career kill at Minnesota here in her first year. Landfair. And Moravec diving effort by Murr, the Hawkeyes. And another one of those just slightly wide shots from Anna Davis. We've seen a couple of those tonight.
Yeah, Anna Davis thinking she has a bit more line than she does, just given where that ball's coming to her. I love the aggressiveness, and I love a good line swing, but just miss a couple times now.
And the block from Lauren Crowell will bring us to match point for the Gophers.
Really good block by Lauren Crowell and Calissa Minity there. Lauren Crowell all over that block for the Minnesota Golden Gophers.
Schaffmaster will be back serving for this match. Mateo back to Crowell, and she'll just tip that one over. Bit of an awkward play, but the Hawkeyes not able to get that one back over. 25-14 in the third set, and the Gophers take it in 3.
Yeah, like you said, a bit of an awkward play. Iowa never really was able to get into their rhythm and find it. They had it for just a bit in that second set. But credit to Minnesota. We've seen this Minnesota team come out strong and win a set and then kind of pull back. Tonight, I felt like they kept the pressure on a little bit more. They kept being aggressive with their swings and their serves and really earned this win tonight in the Big Ten Conference. Certainly
prevented the Hawkeyes with that serve from being able to get to their middles quite as much as they wanted to. By the way, those middle hitters across the league were Ava Hewitt, Kate Symington of Clemson, as well as Bianca Lulick, of Miami, and Kamani Johnson of Missouri. We'll see if Iowa in their last 3 games is able to get back to those middles as much as they'd like. For now, though, the Gophers coming away on top, win one of this final stretch out of the way, looking for 2 more to almost certainly solidify a spot in the tournament before they head out to Nebraska. Absolutely, really important for them to get some momentum, build some momentum. And listen, what I would say is that the reason that you heard this stat that no Big Ten team with a winning record since 2000 has missed the tournament is because the Big Ten is such a tough conference. Both of these teams really working hard throughout their seasons and getting themselves prepared for a potential postseason, but also learning a lot and growing throughout the season. Well, thank you for joining us on the broadcast tonight. I'm Sam Constant here alongside Meredith Nelson-Urim. We'll see you tomorrow, Big Ten Network, as the Gophers take on Ohio State.